There we are. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, and today, people, holy cow, it is a hot one out there for bear. I tell you, it is hard enough for bear in normal times, much less when the heat index is like 103 out there. You know, I mean, they say, they tell people when it's really, really cold, you get into the cold pool or something like that, there's a little bit of shrinkage. You'd figure that with it being very hot out there that it would, it'd get bigger, but they lie, people. They lie. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. Well, welcome aboard. We got a fun show for you people today. Doing some interesting stuff. We've talking about a whole bunch of comic updates. We'll get to that in just a second. We're also going to be doing a campaign two, not one, but two campaign reviews out there on a brand new website. Well, I won't say brand new. It's been around for a couple months here. Fund My Comics. We're going to check that out. Not only do we have a Narwhal's book that's coming out, but also from Mike Miller, too. So we're going to go check that out in just a minute. So let's go ahead. Jump right on into it, actually. Let's go ahead and just jump in with both feet and or paws, if you prefer. From Narwhal out here. Great to see P-Money. Bear is da bomb. Bear is da bomb out there. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. Anyways, we've got some interesting stuff here from Narwhal. We'll talk about that in just a momento. But first, where the heck am I? Come on, Bear. What are we doing here? There we go. There we are. For crying out loud. One of these days, I tell you, Bear just celebrated his 4-year anniversary. Still looking to do a professional show. Still looking, people. Anyways, from Narwhal out here, he says he's almost done. He says, hello, Narwhal. How is everyone liking your books? Actually, Bear just got Cerberus today. He literally just got it today. I think that there is another, what was it called? Cave Girl? Slave Cave? Cave Slave? Something like that. There was another book along there with it. So I think that one is still coming. So he's going to go ahead and just probably do the box open with all the stuff together rather than trying to split it up. So maybe Saturday? We might do it Saturday. Maybe during a live show. I don't know. Do people want to do it on the live show, or do you want to have just a total separate box open video? Either way, we'll figure it out. How is everyone liking the books? Well, I don't know just yet. Still have to open it. The hardcovers come in tomorrow, and then the last batch goes out on Tuesday. This was couple days ago here. So that's why Bear believes that the hardcover's on the way. Everyone should get their books within 10 days of that. So if you don't have your books by then, hit him up, and I'll send another one. In the meantime, the new Narwhal campaign is live over at Fund My Comics. So if you go down the description down there, you will see a link for all that stuff. But let's just check it out real quick here. So there we go. There is Narwhal. We're going to do a campaign review here in just a moment. So stick tight. Stick tight, people. Got that coming up here. So there we go. Very cool stuff. That was from the Cerberus campaign out here. So, let's see, is that it? There we go. There we are. From Narwhal. Good stuff. I believe the same artist that is doing Von Klaus's, the Terror in the Trenches book. So, there you go. Good stuff. Good stuff from Narwhal. Alright, continuing on. Actually got some stuff from good old Uncle E. Uncle E out here. Let's actually take a look. Take a look and see how CyberFrog II is doing. Oops, but that's the picture. You can check that out. $363,000. So there we go. Continuing on up. Moving on up. To the east side. He says 360 plus. K in a stretch goal is unlocked. And meet links. He says, yes, we just passed $360,000 in funding. A Links trading card will be added to every order of CyberFrog III. Bear made the mistake last time. He thought it was one of the one of the characters there in the cover. Evidently, it was not. It was this lady right here. Lynx will premiere in CyberFrog III. She was born on the night of the Visbis invasion. And here's a look at a feral girl next door. There you go. Looks like somebody Bear used to date a long time ago. Our next stretch goal is at $370,000. He said, let's keep it going, ribbit. That would be from Ethan Van Sciver. So there you go. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Did you finally get a piece of the pie? Sure hope so. Sure hope so. Gotta move on up. Moving on up to the east side. There we are. Pretty good. I like the character. We'll see how that fits in to the story. Actually, there was a very good interview Pete Cimetti did with Uncle E. I think it was last week, if Bear remembers correctly. Might have been Saturday? Might have been Saturday, if Bear... either or on Pete Cimetti's channel. Actually kind of went into kind of some in-depth stuff. I was talking a little bit about the writing of CyberFrog, how that came about. Made a little bit more sense. Some of the characters from the 90s CyberFrog. Bear wasn't really too thrilled about all that stuff. Should have been like a hard reboot, but the way Ethan described it, it was actually made a little bit more sense. He's trying to bring these sort of 90s comic, what the 90s sort of comic books would have been back then, up to the modern day. So it kind of fits in with his, with the sort of theme of CyberFrog, what he's going with there. So, interesting, very interesting stuff. Making a commentary on the comic industry there. So, very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, let's see, where am I? Oh, Bear, one of these days. One of these days you might actually do it. Accidentally, probably, but, man, one of these days a professional show. The ghosts are coming for you. That would be the ghost of Matecumbe, people. Yes, indeed. From Graham Nolan. He's doing some work out there. I think that's a page that we saw before. He's got a script there. It's a little bit different than the scripts that Bear is normally used to. Somebody's saying, no! No! Yeah, in a kind of a Hollywood script type stuff. I know it's comic books, but you wouldn't have that bolded. You wouldn't have that bolded there. Or in a different font as well. A different font size, I should say. Hi, gang. The two Joe Frankenstein campaigns have put me behind on this project, but it was necessary to get them out first. This will all make sense later when you read Tugabok, T-Gomok, T-G-O-M-K. That'd be the ghost. Just say the ghost. Just say the ghost. You'll be alright. P-Money says, wait, a campaign review. Will I get to hear Bear's Comic Picks a theme song? Sure, why not? What the heck? Bear has a box of steamers pre-programmed to explode, and the song celebrates to come out whenever he accomplishes a professional show. I sure hope so. One of these days. Maybe in year 5. Maybe in year 5, Bear can do that. Which, by the by here, listing all the things the last time that were roadblocks when Bear was starting the channel. Completely forgot about the Kappa stuff. Oh my god. When Bear was kind of coming up with, okay, how are we going to do the channel? How are we going to figure it out? What's it going to be like? That sort of deal. The kind of idea was all ages. Sort of an all ages. It wasn't meant to be for kids or anything like that, but... somebody like P-Money out there, hey, I'm watching the YouTubes or whatever, and I gotta go, I don't know, whatever. Go get a drink or something like that. Kids, go ahead, listen to Bear, it'll be fine. Not gonna do anything crazy or anything outrageous like that. Then they bring in the freaking Kappa stuff. It's like, well, comic books, they're supposed to be for kids or young adults out there. And now we can't even do for kids stuff. I think it's like, it's all 18 plus. Well, it doesn't have to be. It's not like a Barbie movie or anything. Anyways, the Bear's just going on a rant here. The good news is I'm back on Matecumbe full-time now, so I hope to make a lot of headway. The first thing I did was reread the script and make notations to sharpen up and or add dialogue. This is typical of my process, and I'll continue to do this as I compare the art to the dialogue as it's completed. So there you go. This week I'm concentrating on laying out the entire book. This is, quote, the heavy lifting, he says. It's where all of the thought goes into the visual storytelling. Everything else is a surface detail. So it's important to get this on the right part. Get this part right. For crying out loud. He says you can't build a house on poor foundation. Well, sure you can. People do it all the time. They don't stand up for very long, but there you go. I'm really proud of this book, and I can't wait for you to read it. Please consider clicking the green link below. So there you are. You can check that out. The Ghost of Matecumbe are coming for you. P-Money says, just don't make Comic Bear Show 18+. I'd hate to have to tell the kids, kids, go outside and play for the next hour. I'm watching Bear. There you go. There you are. Actually, by the way, later on, Bear actually has probably the most Canadian story he's ever come across. There you go. So get your poutine ready. Get your poutine ready. Tell everybody, hey, hold on now, Bear's got a Canadian story out there. Yes, indeed. All right, where the heck is Bear here? Oh, here we go. Here we are. I tell you, people, this is going to be very, very, very interesting. Bear went online to go check this out. Had to do a couple other things on Indiegogo. I want to go check out. By the way, Godlike 2 second chance campaign from Jon Malin here. Indiegogo is shadow banning a Godlike second chance campaign. Hopefully it is they just launched it, so maybe it's just kind of a quirk. Something's wrong out there, but if you go into Indiegogo, go search for Godlike, it's not going to show up. So, if you want to check it out, make sure you go down into the description down there and check it out. He says, hello. All! Hello, all! I guess we're all. Hello, comma, all. We'll be launching Godlike second chance campaign today, at 12 noon Eastern. If you haven't signed up, you'll miss out on the exclusive foil trading card and money saved from these secret perks. All sketch cards, sketches and cards for this campaign will be unique from the main campaign, which you've already backed. By the way, let's check it out. Check it out, man. There we are. It might look a little off. The resolution was really low on this, so it won't be completely sharp, but it looks pretty good. All sketches, yeah, okay. So be sure to sign up and check out what we're offering, so you don't have any regrets. No regrets. Be assured that we expect all Godlike orders to be in your lap before the end of this year, so hop on board. The greatest book of the 21st century. See you tomorrow, he says. And here is an early look. So there you go. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Already backed it. I mean, I don't know. Dale Keown covers are kind of a dime a dozen nowadays, so not really, oh God, let me go get a Dale Keown cover. I can go check it out. Looks pretty interesting there. All the best from Jon. So there you go. Looking pretty good. I know the date has slipped. It was supposed to come out. What, the spring or the summer? So a little bit, just a touch behind, but that's all right. That is all right. P-Money says, hello all. I hope that includes humans and bears. There we go. And the lurkers and possible Russian bots out there. Can't forget about the Russian bots. Always rooting for Putin. Rooting for Putin out there. I tell you. Tell you what, people. Alright, where are we? Here we go. Finally, what would be a Jon Malin campaign without following right along the heels with a Mike S. Miller campaign? Of course, people. He says, Lonestar Mind of the Monster Last Chance campaign. from the desk of Mike Esmail. Oh, for crying out loud. The final installment of Lonestar. The story arc is almost finished, and we thought we'd make it available one last time before it goes to print. Is it not in Indiegogo? I don't know. I haven't. It's been so long. It's been so long I haven't figured it out. But that is also part of our. We could check that out here. Oh gosh, where was it? Come on, bear. There we go. There it is. There we are. So we'll check that one. Check that one out as well. $520. $520 compared to $8,923. Well, old Narwhal doing pretty good there. Doing pretty well there. Anyways, continuing on. Continuing on, people. He says, where am I? Oh, for crying out loud, I lost my place. If you missed out on the initial campaign, now is your time to pack this fantastic project. Find out what happens to our hero and villain in their final showdown. Let's check it out. Let's see, where are we? Where the heck are we, man? Come on, man. Let's get it together here, Bear. There we go. Good artwork. Actually, some really great artwork. Let's see. Find out what happens to our hero and our villain in their final showdown. Find out the origin of a Schvarg, and why he became the villain he is today. Get ready for some shocking revelations that will have your head spinning. I hope not. You might break your neck. Lonestar, Mind of the Monster, is sure to leave you blown away. There you go. Blown away. Kaboom! Kapow! Kabang! Blown away. From Mike Miller. Yes, indeed. So there you go. There's that. I kind of like the second piece of artwork there where, yeah, there we go, where all the people are running. There you go. Pretty cool stuff. Lonestar is getting shirtless for some reason. I don't know why. There you go. So, something to look for. Actually, let's just go ahead, jump straight into it here. Let's pull it on up. Let's see. Do we want to do Earthbound first, or we want to do Lonestar? Let's see here. Get out of that. There we go. Let's do Lonestar first, and then we'll come back around to Earthbound. Earthbound here. Lonestar, Mind of the Monster, Last Chance campaign. That would be on Fund My Comic. Fund My Comic. So if you go down into the description, you can link to it there. Lonestar, Mind of the Monster, Last Chance campaign. Lonestar, a fallen soldier, has risen to fight the horrors that haunt our world. The grand conclusion. Grand conclusion. Oh my God. Armageddon. About this campaign, Mind of the Monster, Part 3 of the Heart, Soul, and Mind trilogy. Lonestar, Mind of the Monster takes us into the past as we discover the origin of the series of villain Schvarg. Okay, we know all of this. We've done this before. If you haven't, go ahead and check it out. This is more kind of a let's check out Fund My Comic and see how that goes. P might ask, am I actually going to get my Lonestar? It was very strange receiving Cash Grab before Lonestar. Very odd. Very, very odd out there. Anyways, he's got cover A, the late legendary artist Kim Jung-gai, with colors by the usually late but still alive Kelsey Shannon. Once again, Mike, if you just hired Kelsey Shannon to color your book, it would have been done by now. However late Kelsey is. However, it did some great work there. Great stuff. Whatever. Let's see, cover B with Mike's version of it. Cover C, I think this is the new one. This is the new one, so if you wanted a new cover, this would be the one to get. Cover D for Mike. There we go. I actually like the colors in this one. This looks really good. This looks really good. I kind of like it. I kind of like the most of the framing, except for is that Schvarg at in the very background there. It looks like Lonestar is kind of pooped out Schvarg there. I don't know if you'd put him in between the legs there. Kind of awkward. There we go. Pablo Pentalina. There we go. Pretty good stuff. And he's got some. He's shown this before. I don't think he's shown this one in color. So there we go. There's a color version. Watch out, dude! That dude's trying to get you. Trying to get you there. So there you go. I'm doing some good colors. Finally, Mike. Finally. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. So there we go. There's some of the stuff. Just very briefly, $20. Not too bad. Not too bad. I forget how much it was over at Indiegogo. I want to say it was 25, maybe 30, something like that. It's been a minute, people. It's been quite a minute there. So he's got one backer there for $20. Not bad. Not bad. Again, you got the different color covers there. Let's see. Now available for a limited time. Get the Kerry Evans Lonestar 3 Mind of the Monster first printing. Not sure if this was a new cover or not. It doesn't say. Get the Virgin variant and get them signed by Mike in the add-on section. So these aren't signed. These aren't signed. You'll have to go in and do that. Let me see if this will do it for Bear. What did that do? Let's see here. Nope. Okay. No tip. Confirm contribution. Bear needs to kind of check out Fund My Comic. Bear hasn't checked that out. So, anyways, there you go. There's probably a way in here to probably after you do your create an account there. So, anyway, somewhere along there, just go ahead and get it signed. All that good stuff. All right, how do I get out of that? There we go. There we are. So there you go. $15 for digital. $20. I don't know. $15 for a digital. That's I would have done it for half. Do it for $10 digital, $20 for a physical copy there. So there you are. Let's see. Oh, there's a second page. Page 2. Okay, so there's the other cover. $60 for all three covers here. So if you haven't gotten Lonestar, there you go. 4 backers. Congratulations. $60 for the whole thing digital. I don't know. Seems a little high there, but I don't know. Maybe make it 50 or something. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books. Not a bad job. Less than 10 cents per page, people. There you go. So if you want to think of it that way. All 5 covers, $100. Yeah, I mean, that's 20, let's see, 24, 68. Yeah, so you don't really get much of a discount getting all 5 covers. I probably would have put this maybe at $80. $80, do all 5 covers, get them at a good price. Probably would have done that. A little bit better. 200 Blacklist Library signed. Oh, they do come signed. Let's see. All of these are signed, so you don't have to get anything else. That's $340 of signed comic graphic novels for only $200. You get all 3 previous Lonestars plus all the covers for the new one. The Meg, Six Gun Samurai, Deal with the Devil, and there's no. Wait a second, there's no. Okay, hold on. So the digital one comes with Monster Hunt and Maga 7, but the Everything Blacklist Library doesn't. Mike, I would have added those extra 2 in there. I would have added Maga 7 and at least one of the Monster Hunts there. That way, when you're saying you get everything in the library, there you go. You literally get everything. Literally get everything there. So 2 backers at $200 there. So there you go. There you are. 800 into it raised. It raised up. There we go. Bear will accept that he helped promote the campaign there. So there you go. Congratulations, Mike. Happy to help. Bear's happy to help here. Let's see, P-Money asks, really, after all his struggles with colorists, how dare you, sir, all he had to do was get Kelsey Shannon in the first place? That's what Bear was saying. He already had him doing the cover. All you had to do was just put in a word. No, I think Mike is doing the, I think Mike is doing all these colors here. Let me go down. There we go. I think these are Mike's colors. You can definitely tell the difference between Kelsey Shannon there. So, no, Bear was saying, hey, you had all this trouble, all this stuff going on, the whole Bitcoin situation, all that sort of stuff, NFTs, blah, 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 blah. Just turn it over to Kelsey. Actually, Bear's recommendation was to get Kyle Ritter. Just pay Kyle Ritter like double his rate and get Lonestar 3 in before CyberFrog II. Just as kind of a twist of the knife a little bit there, but no, didn't listen to Bear there. But yeah, go ahead and get Kelsey to do it. Get Kelsey to do it. He's still alive out there. So there you go. So, anyways, probably should. So here we go. 9 backers, $810. Bear will take a portion of. Just give Bear 10% for helping out. Continuous campaign, no end date. So there you go. There you are. So if you want to check that out, keep it on. Keep it all? Keep it all. I don't know. We'll have to figure out some of the stuff with Fun Night. It's a little different than Indiegogo, but we will figure it out together, people. Yes, indeed. All right. All right. So Earthbound. You probably saw the first 2. Go ahead and check out Bear's videos on that. We'll leave it somewhere in the description later. But Earthbound, Narwhal, excellent books. Please do go check those out. He is doing a Find My Comic only campaign here. So this is not on Indiegogo. The only way you can get to it is through Fund My Comics. So if you want your Earthbound number 3. Here's where you gotta go. He says the Whiz Kid entered the Grand Prix Galactic Tournament undercover as a Nantucket agent of the 11th sponsor to uncover a terrorist plot. Oh my goodness. So he's doing pretty well here, 174 backers, almost $9 grand in 3 days. Congratulations, Narwhal. On a site that not a whole lot of people come to, or probably starting. Just starting out, so he's bringing people over there. Only 11 days, people. You got to check this out. You got only 11 days. It will end on July 30th at 8:12 a.m. Pacific time, people, not Eastern. So really good. There we go. The much anticipated sequel to Earthbound is here exclusively, people, on Fund My Comic. That would be Earthbound, a Grand Day Pre. There you go, pretty cool stuff. I like the cover there. Really nice. A great price here. $16. Up 44 pages. If he gets a stretch goal or 2, he might increase the page count, but you can't go wrong. 16 pages. Not bad at all. He asked, what is the story? Well, let's tell everybody. After the events of Earthbound, we jump in 3 years later, and all the iconic characters of Earthbound are in different places, but are poised for a potential reunion at the Grand Prix. They've been keeping an eye out for each other, wondering when they might meet again. Of course, it would be here at the Galaxy's greatest fighting tournament, where all of the legendary heroes and villains meet to fight. Yes, but also to party. Party fights! Gotta have those party fights. But something is afoot beneath the surface of the tournament. One of the main administrators has gone missing, and foul play is suspected. Whiz Kid and his friends investigate the disappearance of the tournament. Plays out in earnest. Earnest? Like, he goes to jail? I don't know why he capitalized earnest. In earnest, not in earnest. Detailed, here is part 1 of 6. It's a 48-page staple-bound comic. The story will continue and flow, but it does end at a conclusive point. of the story here, and it feels like a great issue of a comic, which it is. That's why I decided to release it this way. That and the other reason I'll detail below. This is the beginning, and from here all bets are off, people. No bets, they're all off. It's not necessary to read Earthbound in order to enjoy Grand Prix. Heck, it's not even recommended. I recommend nothing. Narwhal only stares somewhat longingly into the abyss. Take that as you will. Beer says that looks like some great stuff there. Looks like some really good stuff. Unfortunately, all those people are dead, but that's all right. That's all right. So there we go. Looks like Narwhal does some great colors as well. Does some excellent colors out there. Always, you get a book from Narwhal, it's like, okay, please be in color. And it's like in black and white. It's like, gosh darn it, it's in black and white. That's right. Hopefully maybe he'll come back one of these days and start to color in some of the stuff. So there we go. How many pages? It was 44. The book itself will be 48 to 52 unless we reach a very special stretch goal, in which case it will be longer. Earthbound Grand Prix will eventually be a 300-page graphic novel, similar to how Earthbound was structured. Very good. Earthbound 2, or Earthbound 1, very good. 2 as well. Designed to be read in one sitting and feel like you're watching a great movie. Interactivity. Yeah. Narwhal has a tendency to just kind of go on and on and on. Grand Prix is the most interactive story he's ever written. The audience will have fun tracking who knows what when, who is useful to who and how, and most importantly, will they or won't they? Isn't that always the number one question that keeps us reading and watching? And as always, for my story, the strategy is the story. For this campaign, all copies of the comic will be signed by Narwhal on the inside cover. So there you go. Looks pretty good. Pretty good, Narwhal. Doing some good stuff there. Lightning in a bottle. Oh my goodness. Gotta be careful with that. Earthbound garnered fairly ridiculous praise, including from Bear, detailed here in the initial crowdfunding video for Part 2. It was early proof that the mainstream was not only practicing discrimination by kicking out existing legendary talent like Uncle E, but also suppressing new upcoming talents. It makes everyone think, what else have we been missing? Question mark. That's some good artwork from Narwhal. And some great colors as well. Alternate cover by Matt Clausen. Look at here. Here's the work in progress for the second cover art by Matt Clausen. I wonder who's going to color it. There we go. Let me back out here. There we go. There you are. I kind of like this cover. I like that cover. Think Bear knows what cover he's getting. Cover B from Clausen. Should be cover C. Cover C, the Clausen cover. Stretch goals, question mark. Yes, there will be one big stretch goal. A short comic will be included at the end of the book, bringing it to 56 to 60 pages. If the campaign is considered a smash success, I'm not sure what that funding number is yet. Basically, if I can afford it, so not too high. Woo! He says woo. There you go. Yeah, again, great colors. Great colors there. Full bleed. One of the benefits of releasing a floppy edition is I can make every page full bleed, because the pages open up further and aren't obstructed in the spine area. So the art will be big, quite bigger than the eventual trade release. Okay. Another thing I noticed with floppies is I tend to reread them more. I want to make sure that the Earthbound universe has a chance to take advantage of that rereadability. Blah. Bear needs to reread some stuff sometimes. There are tons of cool details packed in these pages. Looks like it. There you go. Is he undercover there? Is that like a fake mustache? Looks like a fake mustache. The art is completely done. All that remains is lettering to be completed with the campaign funds. And this book will go straight into the reader's hands, fulfilled by Narwhal himself. Tried and true. This is true because Bear just got his Cerberus today. So there you go. There you are. Narwhal always drawing the hot ladies out there. Very good, sir. Very, very good. There you go. And also the Cerberus Second Chance. So if you're not like Bear and have received it today, you can get it here in your hand shortly. Join Lee Button on his quest to investigate and avenge the murders of his human master. I'm very proud of this book with such great art from Monica Mangini. Looking to get more eyes on it before the release of part 2. Well, Bear's gonna have his eyes on it, so there you go. There's old Narwhal's book there. And you get another book as well, Robozan Remastered. So there you are. Looks like a monkey. Did you scroll down this far? Nice job, my dog. Bear is a bear, sir. Here's one more page for you to check out. I like to put multiple scenes on one page whenever possible because it encourages the juxtaposition in the reader's mind, which is interactive. He says, I stare into the abyss for you to check out interactivity. So there you go. There you are. Yeah, some really good coloring, especially in that third panel there. So, yeah, looks really well. All right, let's go here. Pretty good. Bear needs that bump. Bear, you gotta bump that up. The old bear bump here. $16. Great. A great price there. Signed too. There you go. There you are. Matt Costin. Probably want to check that one out. You get 30 Grand Prix plus interactivity. So Bear will check that out in the next couple days and let you know how that is. You get the Robozan book there for $30. Bear would maybe recommend this one. Again, I mean, $16. It's still less than you get for 2 of them. So there you go. Bear always recommends getting 2 anyways. Wow, Bear is the bomb and the dog. Yes, indeed. You the dog now, Bear. How did that go? What was that stupid movie with Sean Connery in it? You the man now, dog. You the dog now, Bear. Here we go. Grand Prix Cerberus, if you missed it there. $40. Pretty cool. Is that the hardcover? I don't think it is. Let's see. Don't think so. 45, you get all 3. Earthbound, Robozan, and interactivity. That might be a good price there for people. Or cover A and B plus the interactivity. So there you go. Or the Robozan remaster. There you go. $60. You can catch up on Earthbound 1 and 2, plus the 3rd book. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and do this one. Let's see. Grand Prix is signed. 1 and 2, it doesn't make mention. So Earthbound 1 and 2 might not come signed. And you're missing out on the great hardcover. The great hardcover. 112, everything. You get everything for $112. Grand Prix, cover A and B are signed. Earthbound 1 and 2, the Robozan, Cerberus, and interactivity, all books shipped to your door. For cool 112 books, that's $16 a book. And 4 of these are trade size, so there you go. Limited to 100, so it's got 15 now. So if you want to check that out, haven't read anything from Narwhal, this might be your tier right here. Get everything, all of it in together. And let's see, he had some artwork, but they're sold out. So there you go. Only a couple of dollars more than the highest tier there, so there you go. 115. So, Bears picks. You can't go wrong with $16 for a book. I think that's a great deal. You can't miss out on any of that. It just really depends on if you want any of the other books that have came out in the past. So that might be an option. The other one, probably the one that you might want to get, $30. It's still cheaper than the books on Indiegogo. You get 2 of them signed right there. That would be Bears picks. Bears pick right here, $30. So there you go. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Or if you haven't checked out Cerberus, so there you go, $40. But yeah, probably this one right here, $30. 2 covers, one from the great Matt Clausen, both signed, shipped to your door by October 1st. So there you go, pretty good, pretty good. We'll recommend this one. Recommend that one. Congratulations, Narwhal. Let's just refresh it, see if he did any better here. No, that's it. All right, well, congratulations, Narwhal. Congratulations. You only got 11 days to go. 11 days to go, people. So get right on it. Get right on it, people. That's right. That would be for Narwhal's book or Mike's book. Either or. Either or. All right. Grab a drink here. LOL, I don't often hear Bear hit that high note when he does the theme song. Well, sometimes, you gotta go a little high before you go low. Something. I don't know. Bear is not a classically trained vocalist. Vocalist? Singer. We'll just go with singer out there, people. Yes, indeed. All right, anyways. Da bomb indeed. So, there we go. I don't know, very quickly, I'll just talk very quickly about the Oppenheimer movie out there. I mentioned it very briefly the last time. Kind of a talking Bear kind of caught like maybe a 5-minute vignette on some of that stuff, and a very tense, kind of very tense movie. But again, it's just basically people talking in a room, even though they're talking about the atomic bomb and everything. But I don't know, 3 hours. They say, it flies by. It's still 3 hours long. So maybe if you've got an IMAX in your area and you just want to see it on the huge screen and just say, hey, I want to go see the Oppenheimer movie on a huge screen, you can go check that out. But Christopher Nolan, I bet you he's going to pull his punches. I would love to see. Bear would love to see. I mean, you think about all of the leftist causes out there, whether it's, global warming, or it's, the stinking, gender issues or whatever, class warfare or something like that, along those lines. It's always somebody else's fault. It's, it's the capitalist, or it's, this or that or whatever out there. They're the ones that's doing all the harm, and you're very just lovable liberals out there. We care too much. We care too much. We're going to be the ones, we're going to be the ones that save everybody. Save the world. The Earth is going to cool. The water levels are going to go down. If you just listen to us and what we got to say. The atomic bomb is the only thing that has been created essentially by, academia and the government whenever they merged together. So if Nolan had some stones out there, he would lay that at the feet of all those wacky leftists out there. Hey, this is all on you. Millions and millions of people dying from atomic explosions out there. That's all on you guys. That's all on y'all. Had nothing to do with it. Anybody to blame? It's gonna be you guys. No, it's probably gonna be a movie about. We gotta get rid of the nuclear bomb. We need the hand wringing. If only we could save all that money by getting rid of all our nukes. It'll be a better place. It'll be a better place out there. How dare we bomb those Japanese? So it'll be that. It'll be a very anti-nuclear weapons, anti-atomic bomb sort of deal. If he had any stones, he'd come out and say, hey, no, it's all academia and government colluding together to make one of the most devastating weapons of human history. You could do that, but I doubt. Beer doubts it very much. So, here we go. Double ball. Where am I? What the heck? Come on, man. There we go. Let me grab a drink. Talk amongst yourselves, people. Yes, indeed. All right, people. Boy, Beer knows his audience. You know, you come here, you know, for comic reviews, maybe some movie talk every once in a while, but, you know, the real big deal is cold cases. That's right, cold cases, people. And that's why Beer is here. He's gonna start a podcast and just do cold cases. And one of the coldest cases might be broken relatively quickly, people. That's right. We're talking about the Tupac murder. That's right. Poor Tupac out there. Tupac murder investigation leads police to Henderson home by Jeff Burbank at the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Yes, indeed. There's Tupac living his best life before he got shot in the Mercedes-Benz here. Or excuse me, the BMW. Las Vegas police served a search warrant at a Henderson home as part of an investigation into the killing of the popular rapper Tupac Shakur near the Strip in 1996. We all know, come on, man, Tupac's still alive. He was rapping on stage a couple years ago, for crying out loud. The search warrant we conducted is in connection with the Tupac Shakur case, says Police Department spokesperson Lieutenant Jason Johansson. It's been a while since it's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute since September 1996. It's a case that's gone unsolved, and hopefully one day we can change that. Or not. You know, we'll check it out, maybe go get some donuts. Yeah, whatever. The rapper was critically wounded in a shooting on September 7th, 1996 at the intersection of Flamingo Road and Koval Lane. We all know where that is. He died of his injuries later, September 13th, 1996. Tupac was shot after leaving the Mike Tyson versus Bruce Seldon fight. Man, oh man, I remember when Mike Tyson used to fight and bite people's ears off. Oh, those were the good old days. Now he's just selling pot. A fight at the MGM Grand while leaving the hotel. Well, luckily, nothing ever bad happened at the MGM Grand. Nothing ever bad ever happened again there. While leaving the hotel, the rapper got into a fight with known gang member Orlando Anderson, who had a previous run-in with members of Shakur's Death Row Records crew. Shakur and Death Row Records founder Suge Knight were in the BMW as part of a group of vehicles while the BMW was stopped at red light. It's always the whites. I knew it. White Cadillac supremacy out there. Pulled up alongside. Someone in the Cadillac fired several rounds in the BMW for striking Shakur. The rapper was 25. The same type of gun used in the shooting was found in a duffel bag with a Las Vegas mailing address inside of it. Because if you're trying to hide a gun that you used to kill somebody with, you want to keep your mailing address inside of there. In the backyard of the girlfriend of one of Anderson's close friends. And 30 years later, they're still trying to figure this one out. Good job, guys. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, Anderson's uncles, implicated Anderson in a recording made by former L.A. Police Department detective during an investigation into drug charges. Davis, a Las Vegas resident, according to Las Vegas Review-Journal records, confessed his role in the killing in the 2018 after being diagnosed with cancer. Anderson was killed in a gang-related shootout in May 1998. You didn't really get to, I'm the guy that shot Tupac. All right, look at me. It didn't last very long. A neighbor who lives on the street of the same street where the warrant was served on Monday night witnessed police who had emerged from patrol cars with guns drawn, yelling at the occupants of the house to come outside unarmed with their hands up. That's how you serve a warrant? Interesting. A little different there in Vegas. The people in the house complied, but it did not appear if anyone was arrested, said the neighbor, who declined to be identified. There you are, people. There you are. Unfortunately, they're going to serve the papers to Trump. they're going to somehow connect Trump to Tupac Shakur's killing. Unfortunately. PMI says Tupac is here in Canada running a poutine restaurant. A friend of a friend said they saw him. A bad Mike Tyson, he made eating ears no longer acceptable in boxing. That's true. That is true. Well, P-Money, you've held on long enough. Bear is going to do probably the most Canadian news story he's ever done here. And of course comes from the New York Post. Of course, naturally. A Canadian man fired from job after saving baby moose from bear. I couldn't just leave her. The moose or the bear? Probably the moose. A Canadian man claims he was fired from his job at a fuel supplier when he helped rescue a desperate moose calf from a potential black bear attack. Oh, make about the black bears. I see how this is. Mark Sakage, who worked for AFD Petroleum, was driving back from a job site when he saw the abandoned moose wandering on the side of the road in British Columbia. As he pulled over and hopped out of his vehicle, the calf attempted to climb into his truck. As Sakage, how do you pronounce this? Skage? We'll go with Skage. Noticed a bear stalking the few days old animals. Allegedly stalking the bear. Allegedly stalking the animal. Allegedly. There was a black bear 50 yards away from her. Just waiting, just licking his lips. I made a decision at the time after she kept trying to climb into the work truck that I just couldn't leave her there. Yes, you could. So I stuck her in the passenger side and drove to town to get her some help. That's a happy moose right there. Sakage, whatever. His decision to bring the calf into his truck comes from his background as an outdoorsman. Bear is an outdoors bear, as he knew that he was doing was against the law. What? Holy cow. I just couldn't do it in my heart. People can say all they want. I know as an outdoorsman, we talk about predator control. Black bears are the #1 predator for these calves. Delicious, possibly. I don't know. Bears never eaten a moose. Deer, yeah, definitely deer, but I don't. P-Money, how do moose taste? Are they any good? Asking for a friend. So I just thought, well, I can't just take care of the predator. Well, yeah, the predator might take care of you, sir. But I guess maybe I can try and help out this little calf. It's against the law to pick up wild animals off the road or from out of nature anywhere. It's illegal to be in possession of wildlife and transport wildlife. It is? Holy cow. Bear had no idea. Bear had none. No idea. No idea. But you can't stop their love. You can't stop their love right there. That is a man who's in love with his moose. That's probably legal in Canada. I'm pretty sure moose marriage is legal up there for sure. Oh, good to see Amy. Good to see Amy here. And great to see Amy. A moose calf was raised by racist parents, telling calf all black bears are criminals. That's true. That's true. I see how it goes. And Grant, too. I'm sorry. Grant is not here. But if he was, he would tell everyone hello. PY says, oh, I see. Just because I'm Canadian means I've eaten a moose. You and your Canadian stereotypes. And yes, I once had a moose and it tasted just fine. Describe the taste. Beer is interested now. Beer is interested. That's funny. With the calf riding shotgun. The calf had a shotgun? I tell you. Sekage called his supervisor at the local conservation officer about his predicament before he named the moose. He named the moose. Of course they're gonna get married. Him and Misty. Misty the moose. Gonna get married. And found a rehab center to look after her until she was ready to be released. A few days later, Misty, that's what I called her, got a ride to a rehab center a little further south where they will let her grow up a bit before releasing her back into the wild. Fatten her up a little bit before the eventual eating by the bears. He thought everything would be over, but his company, AFT Petroleum, had a problem with his wildlife rescue. There's the calf right there. All was well, right? Nope. AFT felt differently and figured I was in grievous conflict with their wildlife policies. Okay. Anyway, to wrap up, they did decide to give all their options that letting me go was the best thing. So the lesson I learned was that AFT was okay spilling fuel on the ground, but not helping wildlife. Man, he dropped that. Oh man. Look at there. It's like, you bunch of polluters. All I did was pick up this calf and, he's spilling the beans out there. He's like, okay, AFT, yeah, you're spilling fuel out there. AFD condemned his rescue, saying he should have called the conservation officer and allowed trained wildlife officials to handle and relocate Misty. Oh, Misty. Instead of reporting the situation to conservation officer and allowing the authorities to handle the rescue and relocation of the moose, the individual made the independent decision to transport an uninjured moose calf, a wild animal, in the front seat of his company vehicle for many hours, said the president, Dale Reamer. So send your letters, Dale Reamer, president of AFT Petroleum. This not only put the employee and other road users at risk, but potentially caused distress and harm to the... Won't somebody think of the moose, for crying out loud? I mean, I'm sure the moose might be distressed and harmed if, it was eaten by a bear. Probably. Whatever. Both the black and grizzly bear, along with wolves, are large predators of moose calves in the interior Alaska and northern Canada, and are responsible for a large portion of... Oh, yeah, all right, blame it on the bears. Yeah. Look at there. Just hanging out in the cab of AFD. Quality fuels and lubricants. Black bears have been found to be the most important predator of moose calves in some areas of Alaska, where grizzly bears are uncommon. In these areas, black bears killed about 40% of all moose calves that were born. Most predation was by adult male. Oh, for crying out loud. Adult black male bears. Yeah, they're the worst. Those are the worst. It's crying out loud. Anyways, fired from the job by saving a baby moose from a bear. Probably the most Canadian story bear could find. Came from the New York Post. Nicholas McIntyre. Whatever his name is. Nicholas, this fellow over here. There you go. New York Post. Let's see, Amy says, in conflict with whose wildlife policies? That would be the petroleum company. Because they're looking out for the wildlife. Oh, yeah. The moose has a car. Watch out. I wonder if moose driving around in Canada have to watch out for other moose. Gonna hit the moose with my car. Let's see. Amy says, Lisa says, if it's any consolation, P-Money, she has eaten alligator before. They're delicious. Taste like chicken. Taste like chicken. You gotta give them a little seasoning, though. Little bit of seasoning. P-Money says, I say the moose calf might as well run for prime minister. Things will turn out better for the country. Can you imagine Canada electing a moose? can, can you imagine running against a moose and losing? Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny. I guess his running mate would be like maple syrup. You'd have moose and syrup, 2025. There you go. She'd have Amy's vote. There you go. There you go. Wait, hold on. We can vote in Canadian elections? I did not know that. Bear only votes in American elections. He had no idea he could vote in Canadian elections. Had to vote multiple times to get old Brandon across the finish line there. Ay. Took a while, people. They said, Bear, why don't you make some votes in Georgia? He's like, I've already put out enough here in Florida. Why do I need to put ballots in Georgia for? Ay. They came back and they said, oh, the toilets are stopped up. Quick, Bear, quick. More ballots, please. I'm like, all right, fine, we'll do a couple more ballots. Just for you. Gotta get Brandon across the finish line there so he can ban guns. Ban guns. That would be... Bear is a single-issue voter. Single issue. Gotta get rid of that pesky Second Amendment. Kiera Toth becomes most hated woman in tennis. Poor lady. That's terrible. That's alright. Bear doesn't even watch tennis, so wouldn't even know. Would not know. Speaking of most hated, that'd be Ken out here. We were trying to do this the other day. Bear was looking for an article the other day. They were talking about poor Ken. Poor Ken. Basically using Ken as a kind of synonym to Karen out there. So, now all the people out there are going to be like, oh, that's such a Ken. That sort of deal. I was trying to find what that article was. Couldn't figure it out. Ended up coming to Bounding into Comics here. It was a different article talking about this Ray here. And now they're talking about it again. I'm like, you did this article like 2 weeks ago already. You've already done this, people. But at least it had that stuff in there. So let's get to it. Who is this? John F. Trent. Mr. Trent, read your own webpage, sir. Barbie actress Issa Rae describes Ken as a great accessory. I wonder if somebody out there would have done a show about that, like a couple weeks ago. I mean, like on YouTube somewhere. I don't know where. I tell you, people, you would never have known that Bear is an influencer. Bear influences people. Can you be an influencer without getting any money for it? I mean, apparently Bear is now the pre-show apparently for Yellow Flash, and now Bounding into Comics is doing it as well. Okay, all right, fine. Just give Bear his 10%. He'll be fine. Bear the influencer. You never knew. A Barbie actress, Issa Rae, who plays President Barbie in the upcoming film, directed by, what's her face? Greta. What a great name. Hey, if we're gonna have somebody direct a Barbie film, let's have this Greta lady do it. Anyways, there she is. Waving. Greta Gerwig recently shared how she would describe a Ken, and we actually talked about this in an interview with a Fandango's Nas Perez. Ray, Kate McKinnon, America Ferrera, Ferrari, whatever. And Margot Robbie were asked, what is a Ken? How does one spot a Ken? By the way, side adventure here for just a second. America Ferrera, whatever the heck her name is. I think she was on the Ugly Betty show many years back. I don't know how many people remember the Hillary Clinton email scandal situation. Might have been John Podesta. They had a whole bunch of emails leaked from the Hillary Clinton campaign. And you could do like keyword searches. I can't remember if it's in a PDF or something like that. You You can search for different things on there. People are looking for celebrities in the, for whatever reason, in the whole email trove. And they can't, I kid you not, there was a section in there on America Ferrari, whatever the heck her name is. And they were like, is America Ferrari, is she going to be able to make the, campaign stop or whatever it was? Oh, yeah, of course. We love America. Talking about the actress, not the country. And it's like, oh, yes, we love America. That's probably the only time. I bet you if you go back and do like a string search of, love America in the Hillary Clinton emails, that's probably the only thing that'll pop up. America Ferrari, not America, the actual nation there. So, anyways, side story, people. How does one, what is a Ken and how does one spot a Ken? Robbie answered first by saying, well, let me go back here so we can see this. See what we were talking about here. Robbie answered first by saying, that's so funny because when we were like in prep, pardon me, for this movie, two of our wonderful producers, one of whom is also my husband, when David and Tom would start talking about things like Bitcoin or something, like Greta would be like, oh my god, they're being such Kens. They talk about golf and we're like, stop being Kens? Sha. So it's hard to define what makes a Ken, but there can also be a big Ken energy, and that's a good thing. And then Ferrari interjected, as Ryan says, Kenergy? Oh my god, Kenergy? That's a great title. I would love to do Kenergy. That's pretty cool. Beer's got Kenergy, people. Beer has Kenergy. Robbie continued, Kenergy is not something you can, define. It's just something you can sense and know it. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, anyways, Beer was actually looking for this. Who did this? Hold on one second, people. Fandango. Okay, that's why I couldn't find it. Anyways, that's where Beer was coming from the last time. I'm saying, okay, Ken, that's just going to be, they're just going to flip it. They're going to take the language out there, take the language. Oh, we can't, we're a bunch of super feminists out there. How dare people call us Karens? How dare us call us Karens? So they're just going to take that. They're going to take that and they're going to flip it. So they're going to say, whenever some dude is out there, being all so super macho or something like that, doing whatever, playing golf, talking about Bitcoin, that's such a Ken. That's such a Ken out there. Oh my gosh. Stupid Kens. Anyways, there we go. When Perez redirected the question to Ace Ray, she said, and this is what we were talking about the last time, or, a couple weeks ago. I think a Ken, for me, is just kind of there. I think Ken is a great accessory. That's what I loved about Greta's imagination of Barbie, is that Kens are just supplemental characters to these Barbies. While Barbies can do everything, Kens are supposed to kind of support and don't necessarily have their own story or initiative or anything. She added, I think that's not necessarily a negative thing. Again, flip the gender roles. I'm sure you would positively think that it's a negative thing. It's incredibly strong for men to be in supportive roles. I'm sure. Of course. Somebody's got to bring home the bacon. And to support the greatness that is woman/Barbie. So apparently, all we can do is just stand aside and just support the greatness that is President Barbie and all the other Barbies here. McKinnon said, when I read the script, I was like, I actually went to college with Greta. You guys, so I know that she's a genius. I knew that even before any of her movies came out. So I was like, how brilliant she was, and when I heard she was doing Barbie, I knew, I was like, what's this gonna be? But I knew going to be something, and I read it, and like, oh my god, it's like how gender roles can deny people half their humanity, and how we need to be just like ourselves. It sends a very powerful message. Yeah, so like, I spot a Ken, and just like everyone's themselves, I have no idea what that string of words means. That's just babbly blah, blah, blah. Yeah. What do you make of the Issa Rae's comment? I already told you like 2 weeks ago, man, you need to read your own webpage here, for crying out loud. For crying out loud, people. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, so Barbie, finally figured out who this movie is for. I mean, we all kind of figured it from the very beginning, but like, okay, who is this movie for? Who's this movie for? Here's another question. Hopefully somebody will get this. Who is the largest, or let's put it a different way. Who is the most reliable? Who is the most reliable voting bloc for the Democrat Party? Does anybody know? Oh, P-Money's got to go. Start talking about Barbie. P-Money heads out. Heads to the doors. He says, I'm gone. Saw my Canadian story and I'm out of here. Thank you, P-Money. Glad to see you here. Take care, man. Let's see. While we wait the answer for that, is it the Deadass Gaming? Oh boy. That's good. That's good. That's his good. What's the old thing where when you hear somebody passed away or something like that, say, oh, they'll be voting Democrat now on. Here you go. Here you are. All right. I will read a couple chats here. Let's see. Go back. Let's see. Let's see. Amy says, I feel like Ken is the only thing in this movie that displays any personality. That's true. Yeah, not only is Ryan Gosling a great actor, just to begin with, it seems like he took on the role and just went with it, even though he kind of knew what was going on in the background. You heard about when we talked about this the last time, they were going out to the, I think it was Venice Beach. They were doing Venice Beach or something like that, on filming on location. Everybody's like, all right, Ken, right on, Ryan, you the man. And everybody's like, oh, Margot Robbie, I don't know, whatever. And she felt really bad about it. So I don't know. It feels like he's just hanging out and enjoying the energy out of it. So there we are. Barbie is the president, so Ken is the first lady. A first gentleman. First dude. The first dude. There we go. Okay, to answer the question here, who is the largest, well, I want to say largest, who is the most reliable voting bloc for the Democrat Party? That would be single women that are childless, younger, childless, single women. That's why we see abortion being a big, everybody's, thinking pocketbook issues, and all of a sudden, abortion was like the big deal. It's like, why are we even talking about abortion here? This just seems very odd. Well, the biggest voting bloc for the Democrat Party, young women, childless women out there. So there you go. That's who this movie is structured towards. It's all of the Democrat, feminist, single, I don't want to say single, but childless ladies out there. There you go. There you are. So Beer was always confused. Like, why are you trying to sell? Why is a doll company making a movie and not targeting it towards the people that would probably buy the dolls that are in the stores out there? The only they literally describe Barbie in this movie as a bad German, and she goes along with it. It just kind of makes a little side quip about it or something like that. And Marvel went along, or not Marvel, Marvel too probably, but Mattel went along with it. Why would you label the product that you're trying to sell as a bad German? Doesn't really make much sense, unless you're trying to buy favors into that whole thing. So that's who it is. They're just trying to buy favors in to the system here, and it goes to the biggest voting bloc out there for the Democrat Party. So there you are. That answers that question. So who is it for? Definitely not beer. Definitely not beer. Poor Ken out there. Poor Ken. All right. Hey. Does Bear want to do this next story? Might want to save this one. I want to save this one till the next time. It is a long article. Essentially, I'll just it's linked down there in the description. We might come back to this and talk about it a little bit later. Essentially, this guy, Earl, what was the name of this? Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, which was a movie, apparently. I had no idea. 2015. I had no idea. I'd never seen any of these actors before, but there you go. Anyways, the book, oh my god, the book was banned, people. It was banned. From a library in an elementary school here in Florida. So this guy gets up on his soapbox and just goes off and off about it. And kind of long, a bit of a long article. You might want to come back to this and check it out. But we will leave a link in case you want to check that out. But there you go. We'll leave this on to the side. It has some topics that are not very they're very sensitive topics out here. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and leave this for the next show here. Leave this for the next show. This beer is getting on and is getting out of breath here, people. There we are. There we are. So let me get out of this. Go back to it here real quick. Anyway, so if you people want to check something else, maybe this weekend, Beer would recommend, hey, go check out the Oppenheimer movie. Might look pretty good. Especially if you're kind of, I don't want to say a cinemaphile, but, the fan of cinema, that sort of deal. Actually going out into the theater, watching it with people rather than streaming it. This one might be the one to skip the streaming and actually go see it. 3 hours, looked a little bit long. The vignette that Beer saw was really kind of tense, very tense. So they're probably playing up a lot of that. But yeah, again, still a lot of, a couple people in a room talking to one another. So how exciting could that be? You get to see the atomic bomb blow up, but that's the only big explosion. You'd figure they would show more explosions in a movie about the atomic bomb, but yeah, more of a character piece. But yeah, go check it out on the big, huge screen if you have one nearby. Go ahead and check that out. Save the date for that. I think it's going to be in the IMAX 3 weeks. So if you haven't checked out, Beer still hasn't checked out the Mission Impossible movie. If you want to check that out, you got to do it next probably a day or so, because it's going to be out for a couple weeks. So we'll see if IMAX brings them back. But there you go. There you are. Robert, the old Iron Man there. Iron Man survives again. Amy says it looks like a cool movie. Historical dramas. There you go. Beer was not really super, wasn't really super impressed with Tenet the last time. I hope the sound design on this is a little bit better. I always whisper like this. I do that. I can barely hear them talking. And then they bling in with the big music. Blah. Like, what the hell? Come on, man. I wasn't a fan of that. Dunkirk, Beer watched a little bit of it and was like, eh. It's like, oh, this is so tense. So tense, what's going to happen? They're gonna retreat. They're gonna leave. They're with the tails between the legs. Why would you show a war movie where it's, hey, we're gonna retreat? Okay, all right, whatever. So, there you go. There is that. Hey, great to have Melissa here. Great to have Melissa back on her computer with an internet connection. Well, she shows up right in the time when Bear is probably going to wrap things up. But thank you, Melissa, for stopping on by. We do appreciate everybody out here. Let's go. Let's see what we got here. P Money, he's left us to go eat poutine or something like that. Head over to the Tim Hortons. Go save a boost from a beer. Whatever. I want to thank P Money out there. Great to see Amy. And Grant, even though he's not really here. Wasn't really here. Hopefully, Jiminy has got his computer fixed as well. Hopefully so. Grant says, Amy, don't forget to tell your sister hello for... You're not here, sir. You're not here. I don't know who you are. How you got here. Anywho, want to thank everybody out there. We do appreciate that. We try to do this every Wednesday and Saturday evening. If you haven't, go check out. Let me do it real quickly here. Go back. With the thing. Narwhal, it's got a new campaign. That's Fund My Comic. Say, find my comic. Fund My Comic. Go check that out. And also, if you want to check out Lonestar, if you haven't got that one, that is also up on Fund My Comic. I keep trying to say Indiegogo or whatever. That's going to take a minute for Bear to get switched over. Although it is very interesting that Indiegogo is shadow banning Godlike. That's a new one. That's a new one on Bear here. So we might see some shift over there to Fund My Comic. Fund My Comic out there. So anyways, there we go. Da bomb. It's da bomb out there. All right. Anyway, people, all this talk about moose eating, it's making Bear hungry. So he's gonna head back into the woods. So until next time, people. Grrr.